So after back-to-back wins, we now head to Anfield to play Liverpool, which would be our hardest game of the season so far, and it may be our hardest game for the season going forward. Um, is it a title six-pointer? Most definitely, because I think there'll be our closer challenges, and we'll see how it goes. I'm SJ, your host. Welcome to a good review from Block 5. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. Wherever else taking it in, please leave a like on the channel also. Thank you very much. So yeah, we both started the season with two wins out of two, Liverpool and Arsenal. Some would say that their two wins have been very fortunate. They've got two late goals in both games against Bournemouth, threw away a 2-0 lead, ended up winning the game 4-2 with two late goals. And against Newcastle, as we all saw on Monday night, having been uh, two goals up again, they threw that away but relied on youngster Rio to come off the bench and score a very good goal. So, in all honesty, I don't think we both started the season at our best, but we're both showing quote unquote champion spirit, grinding out results, finding a way to win. But this weekend, something's got to give, hopefully, in our favour. So, last season, we split our games equally 2-2 at both venues, couple Desmonds. The home game, I think we were the better team, but injury struck at the wrong time with Big Gabby and Timber coming off and Kivior and MLS coming on. It's not the MLS of today or of recent memory. He was still learning and getting into his craft at left back position, got caught out, and Salah scored a late goal. At their ground, we gave up on the league, in my opinion. 2-0 down at half time, and we made a great comeback in the second half when Marina gets sent off later in that game also. So we're capable of going to Liverpool, as we know, and putting on a good performance. We'll just see if we can do so on Sunday. I mean, Anfield is not a great ground for us historically. We haven't won there in the league since 2012. 2-0 goals from Podolski and Santi Cazorla. I mean, that will be the game we will remember as the Diaby game. Because Abu Diaby had an absolute worldie that day. Obviously, his career didn't pan out that way due to injuries, sadly. But he had a sensational game that day, from what I can remember. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, it's been a long time since we won there. It's probably like a similar record to what we do at Old Trafford. It's not happy hunting ground for us. Well, yeah, Anfield, Old Trafford, Etihad. Uh, Grounds will probably have to improve at going forward, starting this weekend, hopefully. Um, so, I mean, just looking at Liverpool's weaknesses and how that plugs into our starting lineup, I'm going to predict. Looking at their first two games, Konate, he's sticking out like a sore thumb, to be honest. It's like he's lost the ability to read the ball aerially. So he's getting under the ball's going over his head and bouncing. He seems like a very good player to target, I'll be honest. And they're weak in the fullback position. They've brought in Kirkes and Frimpong this summer, with Trent leaving to Real Madrid and Robertson being demoted to the bench. Frimpong's injured, and Kirkes, he's looked very shaky in that first game against Bournemouth, diving for a lot of tackles. And against Newcastle, he's found wanted at the back post, not challenging, just sticking a body in, allowing Bruno to get a header in. I mean, at right back, they played Szoboszlai against Newcastle because Gomez and Conor Bradley will come back from injury. I'm not sure they'll be at that adventurous against us. I mean, they could be because Newcastle are no slouches, and St James Park is a difficult place to go, and they still did it there. Um, but I think they may give us a bit more respect, and I think the two fullbacks mentioned have had more time to recover from their injuries, and they may split the game, I don't know, 60, 30 minutes each or 45 each. It's a possibility. Um, but we have the wingers to cause them trouble. Out wide and set pieces are our strengths. We know Saka's injured for 4 weeks. Hopefully it is 4 weeks and it's not a smokescreen. It turns into something longer. And Noni Madueke, he's going to be the deputy to slot in that right hand side, I guess. I don't think it will be Ethan Nwaneri, who done a decent job last season. And I mean, against Leeds, in his little 5-minute cameo out wide on the right, Noni looked more at home. I've seen clips online of previous games in Kirk's where he's rinsed him down the outside. So, I mean, I'm sure the club's management has seen that too, and it could be something they can implement. Attacking Kirkers down that side. I'm giving away my lineup here at the moment. On the left, I would go with Trossard over Martinelli. I think Martinelli's confidence is pretty much down in the mud at the moment, and Trossard came in against Leeds and just looked very accomplished, looked very decent, you know. Um, Them to finish top three. Obviously, Gyökeres will start down the middle. I'd I'd tell him to play off Konate. Like I said, I don't think Konate started the season very well at all. That's why Liverpool may be looking for bringing Gahey earlier instead of getting on a free chance next year. And Van Dijk's been a top player for years, but I think as you get older, you tend to, I'm not going to say cheat, but you don't want to do that extra running. So you've seen it a couple of times this season where he's tried to step up as opposed to his old self in his 20s where he would just run down anything and just barge it to the floor, take the ball and play from there. He's got a tendency now just to step up and try and play offside trap or, yeah, and just not follow his man. So that's something we could probably, hopefully, exploit. But Gyökeres, I would tell him just to play off Konate and he will get some joy, in my opinion. The rest of the starting lineup, the back five, it's a normal Raya. I think Calafiori will start, Timber again, and the two monsters at centre back, Big Gabby and William Saliba. Declan Rice will start, Zubimendi will start. And I think I would bring in Eze. I was quite in toss if I'd bring in Eze in the Odegaard role or play him off the left. He gave Liverpool torrid time in the Community Shield. Um, I mean, Odegaard at the moment, he's a Marmite, polarizing player. Some people like us and some people don't. Some people think he's doing nothing. But what I would credit him with is starting our press. He's always the first person to set our press, and it seems that he's a trigger that everyone seems to follow. I'm not sure if Eze is that kind of player. So on that basis, you may see him on the left-hand side with Marino coming in Odegaard's position. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't personally do that. I would play Eze in the Odegaard position and Trossard on the left. Well, this is what we've got. We've got squad depth, we've got options. Liverpool now thinking, what are we going to do? As opposed to last season, when it was pretty clear what our starting lineup was going to be, and this is what we wanted as a fan base. So, it's a good headache to have for Mikel Arteta. So we'll see how that goes. I think Liverpool will set up the same way as they have in the last few games. Their midfield is up in the air also. McAllister missed a Newcastle game. They've got Endo in there. They've got Craven Birch. And Florian Wirtz, who I'm sure Liverpool fans would agree with. He hasn't started well this season, hasn't lived up to his price tag, hasn't shown the talent that he has shown when he was in Germany with Leverkusen. So I mean, it's going to be it makes sense that he will show up against us because that's what happens when we play teams. He'll probably score a hat trick or put one top corner, or literally just have an all-round good game against us. It's written in the stars. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully his slump continues for another week. So in terms of prediction, actually, I mean, I'm not going to do a prediction this week. If I do a prediction, it will be on the TikTok channel, so you can check over there. Follow the link in the channel bio as for my prediction. But I'm hoping that we get a good result. Like I said, it's not an easy place to go to, but we will see. I'd say the best result is to not lose. If we get a draw, that's okay. Liverpool don't get any further away from us. And I think we have a little cushion on a couple of teams behind us. So it's not the worst result if we draw at Anfield. It just means we continue our streak of not winning there, which I hope to end pretty soon, hopefully Sunday. So yeah, let me know in the comments your prediction. Hopefully we're all cheering on Sunday and Liverpool fans are crying. So I'll be back after the game with a post-match review. Until then, hope you all have a good weekend. And I'll see you till next time. All the best.